Yeah. So obviously we had a tough week last week on the road. Two of the better teams in the league. So obviously you want to go in, you want to win every game. Got off to a really bad start at Georgia Southern. Dug ourselves too big of a hole. Was really hard to come out of that, obviously, but we did. You know, we cut it to three, and I think that that technical foul kind of changed the trajectory of that game, and it was hard to kind of, get back in the groove after they hit a couple shots. And then at Marshall, we just won those games where the ball just didn't go through the hole. But after we watched the film, you know, out of the 50 shots, we might have took the 53s, we might have took 30 good ones. We took a lot of really bad shots, and we really watched the film. And our focus yesterday and today was trying to clean up shot selection and just continue to clean up everything. Offensively, we want to continue to play fast, which I thought we did against Marshall. We had 27 more shot attempts than them, so that's what we want the numbers to look like. But the bottom line is you got to score the basketball, and we didn't. So I hope this week is a week where we can kind of get our confidence back, go in and play hard, hopefully pick up two wins, and then come home next week.
Coach, I know some of this was based a little bit on the tough shooting and that'll work itself out, but how do you jumpstart some of these slower starts?
Yeah. We tried something different the last game. We went with a different lineup and that didn't work either. So I think it's us. We got to get out of our heads. I think we kind of got in our heads that we're not starting well, and we got to find a way to stop dwelling in that and just find a way to just play hard and let things happen. So I think that, in practice, we've tried to, at the beginning of practice, we try to play pretty quickly to try to help with a start. Because sometimes when we practice, we do a lot of breakdown drills at the beginning, which would be kind of slower at the beginning of practice. So now we're trying to amp it up a little bit at the beginning of practice to help with that. But I think the biggest thing is we're kind of in our heads about it, and we got to get out of our own way.
After the game, you said you liked the way your team played defensively. I mean, you forced them into a season worst mark in turnovers. The steal numbers were good. What were the highlights defensively?
I think that, obviously they're a team that average, I think, between 70 75 points. We held them to 62. And actually, after going back and watching it, we probably could have kept them in the 50s some with some of the silly fouls that we made and things like that. But I thought that once we figured out kind of their press break, we were really aggressive in it. They didn't like the pressure. We was able to get some stops in the half. So I thought that that was really good. But the bottom line is you're going to keep somebody to 62. You got to be able to score more than them. And that's exactly where we want to try to hold people. So if we can hold somebody to 62, we shouldn't lose those games. But it's just one of those games where we could not find the bottom of the net.
Obviously, a lot of time on the road, Coach. Three last week, two more now. Is that a factor at this point? All the travel.
We don't have any excuse because our travel is set up for us to win. So I'm not gonna make travel an excuse. We're not sitting in the airport. We're not riding the bus for a long time. We're literally hopping on the plane in Jonesboro and getting there in an hour and a half. So we have zero excuses. I think more than anything, it's on us to get out of our own way. In my opinion, I don't think the teams are beating us. I think that we're beating ourselves. It's the same thing. We're literally gonna hop on the flight here in a second. We're gonna get there and go straight to the gym. So our travel is great. So I'm thankful to our administration for setting us up for success. And now it's on us to take the help that our administration has given us and go win ball games. And that falls on my shoulders. So I, as the head coach, I have to find a way to get it done. So I'm hoping that this is a week where we can go grab two road wins, get some confidence back, come home, and then hopefully we'll have a good week or so to prepare for the tournament in Pensacola.
No, speaking of that, where I mean, it's another situation you kind of mentioned, no, making sure everybody's good mentally, where you guys still control your own destiny in terms of the regular season, title race with 4 games remaining.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing for us is Georgia Southern and Marshall, they got to play each other twice. So somebody has to lose, right? So obviously we need them to split. But whatever, someone's got to lose. And then Troy has to come here. So like you said, we still control our destiny. We got to get out of our own way. So I think that tomorrow is a great opportunity for us. Not saying it's going to be easy because no road game is easy, but I think it's a great opportunity for us to go out and play hard and get back to what we do and find some confidence and win two games on the road. Again, I don't think it's going to be easy at all tomorrow, and I don't think it's going to be easy at all Saturday, but it's on us to wake up and play hard and get back to doing what we do and trusting that. And I think that if we can just take care of business, it's going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to work out. We're still in great position.
What stands out when you look at Texas State?
They want to play slow. We want to play fast. They play two bigs. We don't. So I think the biggest thing for us is we have to dictate the pace the whole game. We have to really allow our press to turn them over. I think that we can if we do it right. And then in the half court, we want to be solid, keep it out. They're going to probably try to go high-low a little bit with the bigs, but we should be fine with that as long as we help each other out. And then offensively, we got to step up and make shots. We got to get out of our heads about it. We got to find that confidence. But then also in transition, we got to make layups. Like everything that I'm saying, those are things that you can control making layups. You might can't control making threes, but you can go make layups. We have to do a better job of scoring in transition. When we do get steals, we have to score. When we do get stops, we have to score. So I think the pressure is on both sides of the ball where we have to continue being really aggressive on our defense. But then when we get the ball, we have to find a way to score regardless of what the defense is doing.
You mentioned playing different lineups, and obviously, Winoka couldn't go in the first half, so you had to play different lineups against Marshall. Did you find anything in those lineups we may see going forward?
Nope, not at all. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I didn't really like it. I think it threw some of the players off a little bit because we're kind of a routine type of team. It didn't do us any good. We didn't get down 18, but we didn't get off to a great start. So, we're gonna stick with the lineups that we're used to. And what I have to do a better job of is if the groups are not working, I have to find, we call it a tough man group. I got to go to my tough man group earlier. So instead of trying to tweak the groups and all this, it's who's my 5 toughest kids right now that I can depend on to get out here and stop the bleeding or turn us up a notch. And so I got to do a better job of kind of going to that group when we need it. But also our players, they got to do their jobs.